So I have to say this laptop completely blew me away. The ASUS ROG Strix G16 4060 is a laptop that not only surprised me with its performance, but even its build quality really took me for a loop. Now, my laptop here is the 4060 with 8 GB of VRAM with 140 watts with dynamic boost. Without it, you're getting about 115. It also comes with the super fast i7 13650, and when I performed Cinebench with this, I got a whopping 19K. For me, that's whopping because for context, my Alienware with the 12700 from last gen can only top out about 16K, so that's a pretty big jump. Now, the build quality, I'd say, is what really surprised me the most because I was expecting something pretty bad since this is a lower tiered laptop, but that wasn't the case at all. Out of the box, you can feel it's pretty premium. The top case is aluminum and it felt good. You do have a plastic bottom, but the ridges are built this way to help with the airflow from the bottom. The sides of the laptop are plastic and the back has this really fat booty that you see here. When opening this, the hinges were extremely sturdy. The keyboard itself felt super tactile. It felt really good for gaming, and I could type on this all day if I wanted to, and it would just be comfortable. Now, you do get some pretty gnarly RGB lighting that can be controlled via the armory crate, and the ports here are very diverse. From left to right, we have the power connector, the RJ45 LAN port, HDMI 2.1, Thunderbolt 4 with support for another display, a 3.2 Gen 2 Type 2C, and then an audio head jack. And then on the other side, we have two USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A's, which actually is my biggest complaint with this laptop because when gaming, I had my mouse on the right side of this thing, and the USB ports being on the right side really made this really frustrating when you're wanting to game. So you might want to use the Type C connections on the left side so it doesn't get in the way if you guys are right-handed like I am. The screen is also pretty decent. This isn't the most high quality thing you're gonna get. It's an FHD 1920 by 1200 with 165 hertz and about 7 milliseconds response time with about 300 nits of brightness. Now, while gaming with this, I thought it was gorgeous, but for creator work, which is something that's actually important to me, I'm probably gonna have to buy an external monitor, but for gaming, again, this is amazing. Now, this also came spec'd out with 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM. This is also upgradable to 32 according to the spec sheets on the website. It also comes with 2 NVMe slots. My laptop here came just with a 500 NVMe slot, so for me, I'm definitely going to want to add a second one to this for more storage, and you might want to also do the same. As performance, well guys, my goodness, this is where this laptop completely shines. Since we are using a 4060, we are getting some extra features, things like DLSS 3.0, and with the select games that actually take advantage of this, it really does give an extra boost. Now, while playing Cyberpunk 2077, I literally got a consistent 50 to 60 FPS on ultra settings with ray tracing at also ultra, so maxed out settings with the native 1080p panel with this laptop. Now, in the armory crate, I did have everything turned up to give you guys some context, including turbo mode and the GPU mode set on ultimate, so just keep that in mind. Now, the fans were blowing on these, but the fans weren't really louder than anything else that I've used. When I switched over to DLSS 3.0 on Cyberpunk with the same ultra settings, I then got boosted to 70, 80 FPS. Again, we're at the very highest settings, and man, this laptop also stayed very cool at the same time. It was really surprising. Now, jumping over to Red Dead Redemption, I was able to maintain 60 FPS with the settings fully maxed out, even in the toughest firefights with a lot going on. And then jumping to competitive gaming like Apex Legends with the settings maxed out yet again, I was able to get 140 FPS across my experience with this. So this was seriously a little powerhouse laptop that just blew me away in general. Gaming was better than I thought it would with the 4060, and as good as, or it's better performing, especially with DLS 3.0 than my 3070 Ti Alienware from last year. And for me, this laptop is kind of at that same tier, but even better. And then the build quality is just so solid. There was no flex on this laptop whatsoever. It's like built like a tank, guys, seriously. And then it delivers this max great performance with the 4060. I really feel like ASUS really knocked it out of the park with this one. If you guys want to grab this, make sure to check out my links below. But guys, you can't go wrong with this one. If you want more details details on this laptop, make sure you check out those videos on the screen. But the ASUS ROG Strix 4060 G16 absolutely has my recommendation at the end of the day.